Hello, fellow hoopy fruits! Towel Day is coming on May 25, and I wanted to share with you all my precious. I'm just doing an imitation of Gollum in The Lord of the Rings, and that reminds me the Rings of Power is going to be coming on Amazon Prime on September 2022. I'm really looking forward to that, and I don't understand the hullabaloo about Tolkienites, like serious Tolkien scholars and members of the Tolkien Society, recommending the show. Why do you want Tolkien's awesome max literature to be obscure? The more TV series and shows that are made about it, the more people will know and will remember him for as long as Middle Earth. Okay, now enough fanboying Lord of the Rings, let's get back to this beautiful book, which is sci-fi but with so much absurd comedy in it that it's borderline philosophical. This is the 1992 edition of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and printed and bound in Great Britain, so it's pretty old, as Larry David would say. It's probably older than this He-Man I have from my school days, but probably not older than this Isaac Asimov Currents of Space that I found at the Delhi Book Fair a few years ago. I'm pretty sure it's older than this digital camera, but I'm not exactly sure if it's older than this analog camera. By the way, I purposely wore a digital watch today because Douglas Adams used digital watches as an idea to poke fun at how primitive we humans are. You have to read it to believe it. It's right there in the intro. The best part about it is that you can just open it to any page and start reading, and every time you read it, you will come across something new or something that you hadn't noticed before, or you'll start thinking about something new because of what you have just read. It changes pace and situations and plot settings so fast that it's kind of proof of how Douglas Adams used to write under deadline for the original radio show that the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy started out as on BBC Radio. I think that is what makes it a true classic. Okay, I'm not going to manhandle this too much because I keep it very safe and protected. This is, you might not believe it, but almost the same condition that I got it in. And it has been a faithful companion over the years. But Project Bibliotherapy has gifted me this new edition. Thanks so much for that. And I'll be featuring them soon on my channel. So make sure you tap that subscribe button for awesome max fun to be had in the future. Alright, I'm probably going to be using this to reread H2G2 and make a few annotations. H2G2 is basically the nickname us Hoopy Fruits have for this awesome Max book. It's also the Twitter handle of the H2G2 guide editors, so check them out on Twitter and follow them for some really Hitchhiker's Guide worth stuff that exists right here on Earth, but we are just too far removed from it to know about it. Knowledge never stops, information never stops coming, so we might as well get the best of it, and H2G2 is one of the best ways to get that. A little bit of trivia for trivia fans. Basically, in 2015, on Towel Day, Italian astronaut, let me get her name right, Samantha Cristoforetti, sent a Towel Day greeting down to Earth from the International Space Station and read a sample. So this kind of ties into what I'm trying to make this video about. Why science fiction matters in real life. Real science is great. It has made things that were like sci-fi 50 years ago possible today. Like the internet on which I'm going to be uploading this video and the device that you are seeing it on. Am I right? So all of these technologies were somebody's imagination before they existed. And then we, like humanity in general, came up with brilliant scientific innovations to make them a reality. So to inspire future generations to continue to evolve in a good way and in a way that doesn't harm the planet that we live on, this pale blue dot. That is why we need science fiction to ignite that imagination in young minds as well as, people like us. I mean, like I said earlier, learning never stops, right? So that is why I love science fiction. what are your favorite books? And it doesn't matter what genre. It can be sci-fi, it can be rom-com, it can be anything, as long as it adds value to one's mind when you're reading it. So with that, I'll conclude this. I must give a shout out to the previous owners of this book. I will just say the initials SK and VG, and it was Awesome Max of VG to give me this book in my first year of college, way back in 2004. So I would also be amiss if I didn't give a huge shout out to Smoked Camel. He knows who he is. He is in the enchanted land of England now. But thanks a lot for those great conversations and for binging Frasier. So, alright, on that nostalgic note, I'll end this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you tap that subscribe button for Awesome Max fun, and let's vibe with my Awesome Max tribe. Alright, see you soon in the next video. Make sure you check out the shots of my Ladakh trip to explore how I try and promote zero impact travel. So you go and enjoy places, but don't leave any traces of yourself behind. Just take away memories and leave behind footsteps. Okay, for more, as I said, check out the playlists. The links are in the description. You can also check out my book, A Life Afloat. It's about travel all over incredible India. And thanks so much once again for watching. I'm Axat, signing off. Namaste. Stay safe, take care. Okay, so kind of as an outtake, I was considering a couple of titles or a couple of catchphrases to include in this video. One was "To Infinity and Beyond." That's Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, of course. And the next one is a little more serious, but then again, science fiction doesn't always have to be serious, and yet it can be. Okay, so the next one that I was considering was "To Boldly Go Where No One Has Gone Before" from Star Trek. So this was the more gender appropriate and good move at that version, said by the one and only Patrick Stewart, Sir, whose cameo in Doctor Strange was Awesome Max as well. So if you like Marvel, that's another direction of science fiction that is taking over the world by storm. And if you are part of it in a good way, you can actually use good depiction of science fiction on the silver screen to, like I said, ignite a spark in young minds and old. Alright, thanks once again, and thanks especially for watching this end tag. It's kind of like a post-credit scene of Marvel movies. Alright, Excelsior, ad astra. That means to the stars.